and everyone will find this conference to be very enriching, very fulfilling, and very educational.
Does anybody know a nurse has been charged with a crime associated with nursing?
And so now we are looking to pass safe patient handling.
Our opponents are only going to spend more and more money to beat us.
I got a job in the factory making underskirts. Every day, day in and day out, from early morning to the setting of the sun, from Monday morning to Saturday evening, you will find me working in the coal mines.
But in this period is when you see the rise of the anti-union consultants.
That law really made it a crime for an individual to attack a healthcare person. And while it is very painful to go through workplace bullying and to be the brunt of that behavior, there is nothing so loud as the silence of our coworkers.
With each additional patient per nurse was associated with 7% increase in the likelihood of patients dying within 30 days of admission and 7% increase in failure to rescue.
In order for us to be able to deliver the care and to keep our community safe, our patients safe, we need to have enough of us there to do so.
Most hospices are run for profit in this country. We have a system that is increasingly a profit-seeking mess, and there's no place for profits in healthcare. We really need to put the resources that go into healthcare into the care of our fellow human beings.
There's all sorts of nuances that can make for a more vibrant response to patients. Make no mistake about it, it begins with the worker, the frontline workers that provide the quality of care. Your helping hand, your caring hand, your healing hand is the key ingredient to that gentleness of healthcare.
The surgeon left a foreign body in. I guess it was a sponge.
My advice is to stay vigilant. My advice is to be open to change. There's risk with everything. We are all stressed. I think the best thing to do is to question.
Any kind of charge of a nurse, or even a doctor, but more importantly a nurse for nursing practices, would not be a run-of-the-mill kind of case. You can make mistakes in trying to protect your job that might impact adversely your license and or your liberty.
What I see coming is the shift in responsibility. I think gone are the days that an employee or a member can just be blind to what they have for health insurance coverage, what that means to them and their family.
And so it's important that labor leaders understand the exchange itself and what impact that could have on their membership.
Being in a union and having to serve people is one of the things that I love.
I entered the workforce around in '84, but in '87 we had a very bitter strike at our hospital, and it was at that point I said, I've got to step up.
One of our hospitals that we've merged together, trying to get them organized, that's been a rough road.
We have tried before to organize our techs and ancillary personnel, and we ended up with a tied vote.
People, I find it a little frustrating because you just want to shake them and say, they've taken everything away from you. What do you mean you trust them more than us?
I believe like this union's like a generation away from extinction, and we really have to do a better job as a national union to take our resources and use money to kind of organize.
Organizing's like fishing. You just keep throwing your line in, and some days you get nothing, and other days you get a whole bunch of fish.
A lot of people think I'm different and you're different. We have different issues, but when we come together, it's one issue. And I always say we are stronger when we bring everybody into that pot, because if we keep breaking as a union, yes, they will split us.
Oh, you can't stand me, I'm sticking to the union. I'm sticking to the union. We have 15,000 members at least in the CWA representing healthcare workers. We're growing in the healthcare sector. There's a large recognition through CWA. CWA! We were very strong activists and advocates for 2 bills along with other healthcare organizers at the Capitol. The Safe Patient Handling Bill, as well as the Safe Patient Staffing Ratio. We lobbied our legislators and let them know what our purpose was.
The health profession is a block vote, and we have to demand that our representatives from the executive branch down really provide the equipment we need to stay in our jobs, to keep us healthy, our patients healthy, and that's what I'm all about.
Until we get a contract, we shall not be moved.
For too long, what we've seen in this country is, what the president of the UAW many years ago called a one-sided class war, where, in fact, the other side was waging a war and we were caught flat-footed.
As a result of the economic downturn, as a result of those individuals and corporations who want to use that downturn to put forth their own agenda, they have put the labor movement in this country on the defensive.
CWA is our union, we shall not be moved.
We really need to figure out new strategies for fighting back. We need to figure out new ways to involve our members. We need to forge new alliances. We need to advance an alternative set of politics that can really shift this country in a new direction.
Stand up, fight back!
Make a difference.
I mean, everyday healthcare workers make a difference, but I believe that the difference has to be that we have to be united.
Make a difference.
We have to be active.
Make a real difference.
And we have to be even more advocates than we have been, not only at the bedside, but outside.
Make a difference.
You can make a difference. There's a lot of restructuring going on. If we don't define what we need,
Let's make a difference.
make a plan to make it happen, it's not going to happen on its own. It's an opportunity, it's a challenge, but I know we can do it.
Make a difference!